Listen closely, because what I'm about to say may shake you, challenge you, maybe even offend you, but it will also change you. Success is not a gift. It is not luck. It is not destiny. Success is a sacrifice. And until you understand what must be given up, you will never rise into who you're meant to be. Today I want to give you 6 sacrifices, not theories, not cliches, truths that every powerful, self-made person has paid for with sweat, pain, and relentless courage. Success is never found in ease. Comfort is seductive. It lulls you into a sense of security, whispering that you are enough, that what you have is enough, that who you are is enough. It convinces you that staying in the same routines, in the same habits, in the same safe spaces is not just acceptable but wise. And yet beneath that quiet, familiar ease, a slow death of potential is taking place. Every dream that ever dared to grow, every life that ever transformed, began when someone chose discomfort over safety. The first step toward greatness is the willingness to leave comfort behind, even when your body screams to stay still. Comfort is a prison disguised as peace. It hides behind soft beds, easy routines, and the familiar faces of people who encourage you to stay small. It is in the predictable, the habitual, the safe. But every moment you cling to comfort, your potential shrinks. Every time you choose the easy over the challenging, you train yourself to accept mediocrity. You convince yourself that waiting, postponing, and hesitating is protection, when in reality, it is decay. True growth happens when you are willing to be uncomfortable, when you are willing to face the uncertainty that scares you the most. That is where power is born, in the tension between who you are and who you are capable of becoming. You must understand that discomfort is not an obstacle, it is the path itself. The people you admire, the ones who have reached heights that seem impossible, have all embraced discomfort as a companion, not an enemy. They wake up before the world, push themselves when the body resists, and step into situations that terrify them because they know that only there, on the edge of fear and unease, does transformation occur. Comfort never pushes you forward. Comfort never demands more. Comfort never rewards. It keeps you where you are while the rest of the world passes you by. If you want to rise, you must be willing to face the burning truth: comfort is your enemy. Sacrificing comfort is not easy. It feels unnatural. It feels like pain. There will be mornings when you want to stay in bed, when the warmth of routine calls you back, when quitting seems like the only reasonable choice. There will be times when people will judge you, when they call you reckless, or when they ask, "Why are you doing this to yourself?" In those moments, remember that growth is never painless. Change never comes without challenge. The very discomfort that makes you want to run away is the signal that you are exactly where you need to be. It is the indicator that your limits are being stretched, that your soul is being strengthened, and that the life you dream of is within reach, but only if you keep moving forward. Choosing discomfort over comfort is a daily, relentless practice. It is in the small, consistent sacrifices, the extra hour of practice, the courage to speak up, the decision to take a risk when playing it safe feels easier. It is in the choice to face rejection, failure, and humiliation, because you know that each step, each stumble, each moment of unease is molding you into someone stronger, sharper, and more resilient. Discomfort becomes the ladder on which your ambitions climb, and every time you refuse to retreat into the familiar, you solidify the habits that will carry you to extraordinary heights. The moment you embrace discomfort as your teacher, life begins to expand in ways you never imagined. And finally, you must accept that comfort is never really lost. It is replaced. What you gain when you leave comfort behind is far greater than what you leave behind. You gain strength, courage, wisdom, and a life that resonates with purpose. You gain the unshakable belief that you can endure, adapt, and rise above any challenge. You gain freedom, the freedom to pursue your dreams without apology, without hesitation, without fear. Sacrificing comfort is not a punishment, it is liberation. It is the secret handshake of those who rise, the quiet ritual of those who refuse to settle, and the undeniable truth that greatness never comes from staying safe. The moment you embrace discomfort, you embrace your destiny. Comfort will always be there, waiting for you to return. But if you remain, nothing will ever change. Sacrifice comfort, and you sacrifice limits. Sacrifice comfort, and you open the door to everything you are meant to become. Step out, step forward, and let the world witness the unstoppable force that arises when you refuse to settle for ease. Approval is the quiet chain that binds your potential. From the moment we are born, society conditions us to seek it. Praise from parents, compliments from friends, recognition from teachers, likes on social media. And for years, you chase it, molding yourself into someone the world will accept, someone the world will approve. But approval is not freedom. Approval is not power. Approval is a cage, and every moment you live for someone else's approval, you shrink, you dim, you settle. The first step toward true greatness is recognizing that your worth is not measured by applause, likes, or nods of agreement. Your worth is inherent, your purpose is yours. And if you chase approval, you will forever live small. When you sacrifice approval, you choose authenticity over acceptance. You choose to speak your truth, even when it feels uncomfortable. You choose to stand alone in a room full of agreement, because you know that compromise for the sake of comfort is a betrayal of your own destiny. People will criticize, people will question, people will label you arrogant, reckless, or selfish. And yet, the moment you stop living for them, the moment you stop bending to fit their expectations, you gain a clarity that is impossible to achieve otherwise. Approval is fleeting. Authenticity is eternal. And if you want to build a life of impact, influence, and freedom, you must be willing to walk a path that many cannot understand. Approval is a thief of courage. It whispers that risk is dangerous, that failure is shameful, that ambition is inappropriate. But the truth is, courage is never found in the crowd. Courage is born in the silence of self-belief, in the moments when you stand despite the voices telling you to conform. The people who change the world, the innovators, the creators, the leaders, do not seek approval first. They pursue vision first. And it is the pursuit of vision, the relentless commitment to purpose, that earns respect eventually, not the desperate need to be liked, to be admired, to be approved. If you want greatness, you must learn to walk alone, not because you are lonely, but because you are brave enough to honor your calling. Sacrificing approval requires radical honesty with yourself. You must ask the hard questions. Who am I living for? Whose dreams am I trying to fulfill? Which voices in my life are lifting me up and which are holding me back? And then you must act. You must let go of the fear of judgment, the anxiety of disapproval, and the comfort of being liked. This is not rejection of humanity. It is the ultimate embrace of your own power. People will not always understand you. They will not always support you. They will not always cheer. But their lack of approval is not a reflection of your worth. It is a reflection of their comfort with the familiar. You cannot allow their limitations to define your life. Sacrificing approval also demands courage in action. It is not enough to think differently. You must act differently, speak differently, move differently, make decisions that align with your values, even if they provoke criticism. The world is filled with people who are admired for their conformity and remembered for their mediocrity. The world celebrates safety, but history remembers audacity. Approval may feel like validation, but validation without integrity is meaningless. Your legacy is written not by those who nod in agreement, but by the courage you summon to honor yourself when no one else is watching. And finally, when you fully sacrifice approval, you experience liberation. Freedom floods in. The freedom to pursue your passions without apology, the freedom to fail and rise, the freedom to be unapologetically yourself. You discover an unshakable inner authority, a voice that cannot be silenced by doubt, fear, or judgment. Approval becomes irrelevant because you no longer measure yourself by it. You measure yourself by impact, by authenticity, by your relentless commitment to your purpose. Sacrificing approval does not make you cold or distant. It makes you powerful, it makes you clear, it makes you unstoppable. The moment you stop seeking the approval of others, you step fully into your power. Approval will always be tempting, waiting to pull you back into fear, but your destiny demands independence. Sacrifice approval, and you free yourself to become the person you were born to be. Sacrifice approval, and you claim your life. Step forward unapologetically, and let the world adjust to your greatness. Excuses are the invisible chains that keep dreams locked in a cage. They are the stories we tell ourselves to justify staying small, to rationalize comfort over courage, to explain why our potential remains dormant. I don't have time. I'm not ready. I'll start tomorrow. Every excuse, no matter how clever or convincing, is a decision to remain ordinary. Excuses are the luxury of those unwilling to face the hard truth. The only thing standing between you and the life you desire is your willingness to take responsibility. And responsibility is uncomfortable, demanding, unrelenting, but it is also the key to freedom. When you sacrifice excuses, you stop blaming circumstances and start owning outcomes. Life will always give you reasons to stop, to retreat, to give in. There will always be obstacles, setbacks, and challenges designed to test your commitment. And yet, the people who succeed do not wait for perfect conditions. They do not plead for easier circumstances or complain about unfairness. They act, they adapt, they overcome. Every time you point a finger outward, you give away power. Every time you take responsibility, you claim it back. The moment you stop making excuses, you open the door to possibility, to growth, to the life that has been waiting for you all along. Excuses are seductive because they feel safe. They protect you from failure, from rejection, from discomfort. They tell you that inaction is wisdom, that delay is strategy, that avoidance is caution. But in truth, every excuse is a lie you tell yourself to remain stagnant. Every time you hide behind, I can't or it's not my fault, you erode the very potential you were born to fulfill. Sacrificing excuses means choosing honesty over comfort. It means confronting your own fears, your own weaknesses, your own resistance, and saying enough. Enough of hiding, enough of pretending, enough of living beneath the life you are capable of creating. Sacrificing excuses demands radical self-awareness. You must look at your life with unflinching honesty and ask yourself, where am I lying to myself? Which stories am I using to avoid action? Which fears am I dressing up as reasoning? This is not a moment for gentle self-talk or soft encouragement. This is a moment of truth. Excuses survive in ambiguity, in half-truths, in the comfort of not fully confronting reality. To destroy them, you must see them clearly, name them boldly, and refuse to give them power over your future. The act of living without excuses transforms every aspect of your existence. You begin to take ownership of your time, your energy, your relationships, your work. No longer are failures externalized. No longer are opportunities postponed. No longer are dreams left on hold. Excuses vanish when you start to act consistently, when you show up even when it's inconvenient, when you push forward even when it's uncomfortable. You will stumble, you will fail, but without excuses, each setback becomes a lesson. Each challenge becomes a stepping stone. Each moment of struggle becomes fuel for your ascent. Excuses rob you of growth. Sacrificing them feeds it. And when you finally release excuses, you step into a rare form of freedom, the freedom to truly own your life. You become unstoppable not because life suddenly gets easier, but because nothing can hold you back. You begin to see yourself as the architect of your destiny, accountable for your results, empowered by your choices. Life becomes no longer a series of external events, but a canvas on which you paint with bold strokes, with audacity, with relentless determination. Sacrificing excuses is not punishment,